In this tutorial, we're going to look at a couple of strategies that I use on trading BTC and altcoins. So we're going to be focusing on shorting in these videos and this lesson here. So let's have a look at the current price of BTC, and we can see that it made quite a bit of a move up, and we have a naked point of control here. First of all, what you want is a blank chart, and you just need these two indicators, VWAP, which you can go into the indicators list and get, and then you're going to need CCPT1, which is this indicator here as well. So that's the first thing you're going to need. Second thing you're going to need is marketmonkeyterminal.com. This is free. Okay, so you just go over to this and download this, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to set this on footprint cluster and USD, and you're going to have this on a 5-minute time frame, and you're going to have this on a 5-minute time frame. And lastly, you're going to need the exchange that I'm going to show you to take these trades on, and that is going to be BYDFI, which is a very good exchange. They're offering you $200 deposit on a $200 bonus on a 1,000 deposit bonus, and we've got some bigger offers down here as well. So what you need to do, you can head over to Sniper Trading EU channel, click on it, and you're going to find the link for BYDFI Exchange underneath here. You click on it and you open your account, and once you've opened your account, you can deposit and follow this video, and I'll show you how to short altcoins and BTC. However, if you deposit $500 minimum, you're going to get a $100 bonus. $1,000, you're going to get $200 bonus, and you send me a UID, you're going to get one thing extra, and that is access, free access to my Telegram group where we do live streaming. The live streaming is very, very important because it gives you inside information. Now, we have many different strategies on making money very daily on crypto assets, trading them, even buying on spot, then shorting them on futures. That's a very smart hedging way of doing things like a hedge fund. But we also have an AI system, and an AI system tells us where volume is being integrated, the exchange of money flow. This is something nobody else has out there. We have this built in, and we have this built in Telegram. So yes, you can take this video, which I'm showing you right now, and you can use your own an exchange and do that, but you will miss out on that Telegram group. This is only exclusive to BYDFI brand new users. Yeah. So these are daily setups, streaming, and we have different feeds coming in that gives you, it's not a signal because the signal doesn't really work. It's more of a strategy that we take to shorting altcoins and shorting BTC when we need to, and obviously the opposite, longing. So deposit your funds in this exchange to get that bonus. Send me a UID, and that's very, very easy. The link's in the description of this video, and we'll give you free access to this amazing Telegram group, which is a lot better than any other Telegram group out there. Not only you get free education, you're going to get those AI integrated strategies, you also are going to get knowledge, and you're also going to get inside information, and you're also going to get trading setups, all for free, providing you trade on this exchange. Okay, now let's crack on with the video. So once you've got everything set up, we're going to look for shorting opportunities. Now, if we have a look, the VWAP is very, very important, because when we lost support on the VWAP, we want to see a back test of the VWAP. So if we go to a 5-minute time frame, I can show you what a back test looks like. This is perfect examples here of back testing. So Let's just go over here. So we can see in this price range here, we had a drop, but the back test was actually here, which we can see. So if we go to Thursday, November 6th, we want to go back on this chart here. So it was the 6th. Let me just rearrange this. Now we need an X-ray vision of what's actually happened here so we can learn from this, because this happens all the time in BTC. So you can take these shorting opportunities. Looks happened over here. It's also happened over here as well, but we'll focus on this area here. If we go to Market Monkey, we can see this range here that we did have shorts being built as the price is going up. So we can see longs are coming in. Okay, so we've got 18 million, 19, 20, but the shorts are overpowering it. We can see that, and we look diagonally. We don't look like, you can't compare 26 to 21. You have to look this way, diagonally. So we can see that the shorts were coming in, but these longs could not push the price up. If we look at the next candle, 1330, we can see more aggressive shorts were coming in. And if we look at the next 15-minute candle, yes, I'm looking at the 15-minute candle, but we want to scalp this on the 5-minute. We can see that the shorts were just overpowering it, the longs. And we can see in this candle here, which is at 1400. So if we just go to a 15-minute time frame, we can see that on that candle there, price came down, and we had some longs trying to push the price up, exactly what we're seeing here, but they were unsuccessful. As soon as we break the VWAP, we break this VWAP down, we're looking for this back test here. So this was approximately the next candle, which is at 1430, where we tried to back test this VWAP, but we were unsuccessful. So you could have taken a short position here with a tight stop loss. Okay, so if you enter the short here, your stop is actually going to be above this high here. Okay, which is approximately 0.5%, 0.56%, which is typically what I use. And then obviously you would have seen where price came down to and taken profit. Now, what I normally like to do in a situation like this is when I see the price come down to say, well, if we have a look at, we entered it here, that's 103. Say if the price came down $1,000, which it did, I'm going to take 50% profit out of this trade. And now I'm going to protect this trade like this and let it run. And you can see that the price actually came all the way down to 100.2k. But we can confirm this trade because we saw that the shorts were overpowering the longs. We can see that here, where you got these boxes highlighted here. We can see 18 versus 2, clear short. And because we had lost the VWAP with this data here, gave us a confirmed short entry. And we can see the same thing happened in this zone here as well. So we can see on Friday, let's go to Friday, we can see that the longs are trying so hard to get above VWAP, yeah, but no, the short is overpowering again. So we go to a 5-minute time frame. So we're on the 5-minute time frame. You can see things a lot more clearer. This is why I said the 5-minute time frame was quite good, because what we had is we had acceptance above the VWAP, a retest, nearly broke it, could not make it above VWAP. Okay, came back to the VWAP, tried to get above it, couldn't do it, and this candle here, which is, I'm just going to make this bigger for you, is your back test candle. So we came down, back tested it, rejected. Now we want to see this. That's at 101.835. 8:35 in the morning. So let's just go to order flow. Yeah, let's just make this a bit bigger so we can actually see things. And we can see very clearly shorts again higher than the longs. So a lot more short pressure being built up. Longs, there is no buy pressure here. There's no longs. Longs are never going to lift this price. And we can see it just gets worse. And your entry, you know, you don't want to enter straight away just because you see this. You want to watch this price zone. You want to enter as soon as we break this VWAP, okay, and back test it. And we back tested it there. And that's where you would take a short position. Approximately, let's say you even came in late on taking the short position at 101,700, yeah, 101,700. So that's going to be 101,700 is approximately there. We can see that as this candle was produced, more shorts came in. We even had longs coming in, could not lift the price. But a better entry would have been here. Why? Because you got this box here showing us a huge amount of shorts overpowering the longs. Okay, so that would have been this entry here, which is a safe entry. And getting these entries are quite crucial. And let's just have a look at the risk management side of things. So if you did enter there, okay, your stop is going to be above there. Okay, you can even increase the stop loss to 0.5%. And obviously the price went all the way down to here, to 99. So these are the type of short trades you want to be taking using the VWAP. Okay, the VWAP is a very, very good strategy with this. Then you need to be using an exchange like this that can execute the trades very, very fast. Okay, so that's how you short BTC safely, using order flow to do a day trade. And you can see, you know, from these trades here, and there's a couple of more trades, you know, there's another one here as well. There's another one here. We won't go over that, but I just want to use this as an example. Now, if you do want live trade alerts like this, where AI is doing everything for you, okay, so it's the AI looking at things like this and giving you an alert. You know, we're seeing a lot more sell pressure. Might look at the charts. It looks at order flow. Our AI system looks at data like this, but we don't use this software. We use Exo charts, Atos, and we have our own protocols built that can give us fast alerts. And there's always a back test. There's always, and I'll repeat myself. And I know this asset very well. You had a back test here, another back test, another back test. You know, so you had 1, 2, 3 chances to go short here using good risk management. So if you want alerts like this, and these are not signals, these are just warnings that we have a lot more sell pressure coming in or buy pressure. We're talking about shorting here. Then what you need to do is you want to get over to this exchange, deposit your funds, send me your UID, and I'll let you into our free Telegram trading and educational group, which is unique to everything that's else is everybody has up there. Okay, so we do cover longs, we cover other strategies, we cover so many strategies on that group. So a clear short position. Now the second indicator that we have on TradingView, which is going to be CCPT1, is quite useful as well. Let me explain. Price came down. Now it's trying to make its way back up into the VWAP, but we're getting rejected at PDEQ. If price gets rejected once, twice, 3 times, the probabilities of the price coming back low to test the bidding area is very, very high. So you don't need order flow for this, but order flow is an advantage. You can see what's going on here. We had shorts stepping in heavily. You can actually see that in the current order flow that we have for today. I'm recording this video. 65.3 versus 1, 36, 48. and so on. We had rejection, 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 PDEQ, clear short position, clear short position. Now, PD high, which is previous day high, is very important as well. If we get above the VWAP and we get rejection at least 3 times at PD high, you can look at shorting these levels. You do not short PD low, it's only these 2 levels. So, for example, if I was going to take a short at PD high, I would easily use a 0.5% stop loss, and I'm going to be targeting PD low. Simple as that. So for a 1 Bitcoin position size, you're risking $565 to make 2,400. If you're going to use 0.1 position size, then you're going to risk $56, $57 to make $240, which is quite good. If price gets above PD high, you do not attempt any shorts. Now, you do need rejection at least 3 times. Like, for example, this would have been the same trade as well. However, price did not make it all the way down to PDQ, but it may come back and backtest the PWEQ, which is previous week's equilibrium, and reject. So if you was in this short, already you would have taken 50% profit, and now this trade would be protected, for a continuation lower. So that's how you manage your risk. You use a very tight stop loss. We are scalping these ranges. There's a beautiful back test here, short. I didn't take it because I was making other videos. So you can see here that there is an amazing short position here. Same thing we are seeing again. The VWAP fight, the longs versus the shorts. Back test, short. Another back test, short. So you had two chances of getting in on a short position there using this strategy. And if you were part of the Telegram group, you would have got a live alert anyway. So that's how you really short BTC. And we're going to be looking at altcoins in the next videos. Now, in this video, we're actually going to have a look at BYDFI and how to short altcoins on this exchange. So first of all, you need an account using my referral link. Secondly, you're going to need TradingView and MMT as well. But we're going to focus mainly on the exchange, because what if you are not next to the screen and you don't have access to this and you don't have access to this? Well, it's easy to identify how to short altcoins. So we're going to use this simple strategy. We're going to get some indicators on here first. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to select TradingView. So you've got the basic version, and then you've got TradingView. We're going to get some indicators on there. First, we need an EMA indicator, and we're going to select 50. And then we have the VWAP here as well. So let's actually change the style of that, or the color, should I say. We'll go for orange. And the inputs, we actually want to be using HLC4. Okay, so we've got that selected. We have the volume over here, and we have also the relative strength index, which is quite a common indicator. So you can set this all up on your phone, on the app of BYDFI. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go down this list of futures trading pairs. We can see that a lot of these tokens, altcoins, are in the red, so we're not concerned about that. We're only concerned about the ones that are in the green, that have high volume percentage increase over 24 hours. Like we have one here, we have one here, and we have one here as well. Let's have a quick look at what other ones we have. So I'm looking for really tokens, altcoins, that are above 20% in the last 24 hours. So we can see this is up by 49%. Let's just select that. And we can see there's a shorting opportunity there. However, we need to look at the previous data. For example, if we have a look on this coin here, we came back up into this range here, and there is a shorting opportunity because we're oversold on the 4-hour time frame. We have the 50 EMA here, and what we want to be looking at is now if we go to the 1-hour time frame, we can see that it doesn't look like the move up is completed because we found some support. If we go to the 5-minute time frame, it shows a different picture. It shows our VWAP. I mean, this asset is quite good. It's had a retest here, bounce, retest here, bounce, retest here, bounce. These are all longing opportunities. But we can see that there is a wick here, which is a problem. And we can see that we've lost support on the VWAP. We have tried to attempt to backtest it, broke above it, but it wasn't a clean backtest. Yeah. So what I would do right now is I would go over to Trading View. We want to just confirm where we're getting rejected. So we can see on the same asset, we had our backtest there. You can see it a lot cleaner on Trading View. So obviously it's a bit late in my opinion to get into a short position. But if you was to short, you'd want to see another backtest of this VWAP, because we can see that the price isn't really coming down fast enough. But if we was at the screens at this time, we could have taken a very easy short position. Yeah. The problem is with altcoins, you have to use a larger stop loss. So if you have a look here, stop loss has to be above that wick. That's a 4% stop loss. So you don't want to go into a high position size. Okay, and you would be targeting, which is very important. You're going to be targeting, let's get rid of this indicator because this is not required now. And what you want to be using now is smart, sorry, that's not the one. It is Session Gap Fill by Lux Algo. Sorry, it wasn't the other one I was talking about. It was Smart Money Concept by Lux Algo. And we want to go into this indicator, and the only thing we're interested in is in the fair value gaps, the inefficiencies. So you go to inputs, and fair value gaps. Okay, so you will see you don't want to take a short position where we are right now, because we can come back and backtest it. Altcoins love to do this, unlike Bitcoin. So we do have a fair value gap here, another fair value gap here, another fair value gap here. So if we was to take that there, my target is going to be this first fair value gap. Second target will be this fair value gap. And then this is called an order block. Yeah, so if we actually put a line there, this is the first order block. What is an order block? An order block is where we had buy pressure coming in. So we had some shorters trying to short it, but no, buy pressure came in. We can see it's just from the candles. So if you was to short here, we've missed this short. The target's going to be this order block. Yeah. Why does this keep moving? Right, short there. And that's your target there, yeah? But the stop has to be higher, which is quite a bit of a stop loss. But because you got the wick there, and that's a 6% stop loss, why don't we just use our brain? If this asset gets above the VWAP, it's going to continue higher. It's going to come for this weak high. So you do not need to use a 6% stop loss. You only need to cover a small stop loss above this. So, and a 2.5% 5% stop loss is good. So we want to see this come down now. We may find support here. Do you understand? Because there is a small order block. I'm pretty sure that's a 3-minute order block. Let's have a quick look. Yes, I was right. That's a 3-minute order block over here. So it could just actually come down there. So when we are looking at altcoins, the strategy for shorting altcoins is a lot different than shorting BTC. However, there is a relationship, and we're going to cover that in the next video. So now we can actually cover relationships. What do we mean by relationships? We want to see what token or altcoin moves in relation to BTC. For example, when BTC dumps, what else dumps? So we can have a look at Solana, okay, because that's quite a good one, because they are quite correlated. So when we see, let's say Solana, we can see that BTC dumped, Solana dumped as well. So you can always short a secondary token coin, in this case Solana as well. You can see with Solana here, we had a beautiful backtest. I mean, it just works like clockwork. Beautiful backtest, dump. Yeah. So BTC dumps, Solana dumps. What else dumps? Ethereum you have to be careful on because it does dump, but it doesn't always correlate or have a good relationship with BTC, and that's because liquidity is very, very different in Ethereum in comparison to some of the other alts. So we can see that shorting Ethereum, you have to be very careful because we can see price came down, then immediately tested VWAP, backtest. There is a short here as well. Yeah. So we can go over to, say, Ethereum. By the way, this software here does cover altcoins as well. So if you do want to use my strategy that you learned with BTC, you can actually do that by selecting the altcoins. You may have to, and I'm not 100% sure, pay for the full version in order to do that. I am not 100% sure if it's free. And remember, I don't use this software. I use a more advanced software, but this is something free that I wanted to show you guys. So we can have a look at the perps here, perpetual futures, and we can see that at the VWAP, which was over there on Ethereum, that we let's have a look at this. There we go. Let's make this a bit bigger. Let's get rid of this so it's more cleaner. Right, okay, perfect. So price came back, got rejected. It got rejected because we had no more buy pressure, a lot more shorts shorting the actual VWAP. We can see that 10 versus 4 clear short, also 13 versus 5 clear short. But you see how Ethereum came down, then wicked back up. This is what I'm saying. You have to be very careful shorting Ethereum. Some of the tokens that I do know that have a good relationship with BTC is definitely Solana, AVAX, Quant, XRP. But you can go back and backtest these and see for yourself. When BTC dumps, what else dumps? You can actually backtest this. But coming back to what I'm trying to teach you guys is you have to be careful over shorting Ethereum because we come down and then we backtested. We came back down and then longs started to come in. So this wick would have been green. We came back and backtested, actually went above the VWAP. The true move actually happened here when we saw a lot more aggression in the shorts. Okay, so this price level would have been approximately 3561, but even then look what happens. We come back and tested VWAP. So shorting Ethereum is tricky but not impossible. The reason is that when we are looking at shorting Ethereum, we're also going to be using another strategy, which is basically a strategy that we use on the DOM side of things, and this is available if you join my Telegram group, we do give you the information on how to actually short Ethereum, because Ethereum is very tricky asset to short, unlike some of the other coins. So my other one on the list was XRP. When BTC dumps, XRP dumps as well. And we can see that clearly from here, from this diagram here. And let's just go over to the short 5-minute chart. So we can actually go over to the 5-minute chart, and we can see that when we did have that dump, I mean, it just came down. We didn't even have the strength to back test this, you know, so we would have seen more sell pressure. Let's have a quick look at that on order flow. We can see that with the price we're looking at is 2.5380. So let's just have a look what actually went up in this range, in this price range. What actually happened, should I say. So we were above VWAP, shorts came in, you can see that a lot of shorts in comparison to the longs. Whenever you see this zero, this is an imbalance, meaning that if you did attempt to short here, which would be the wrong mistake, okay, price can come back, try to fill this inefficiency of zero. A safer short would have been a back test, okay, price came down. We can see that there in this candle here. So we'll flip that to a 15. Okay, we can see that there. And we can see that we would try to wick. See this wick here? Well, that's over here. We tried to come back up, but no, we had no buyers. We had no buyers. Yeah, we had more shorts coming in, not enough buyers. 3 million versus 250k, clear short. A stop loss above the VWAP. And off she goes. Bang, down. So yeah, when BTC pumps and BTC loses the VWAP, you can always short these alts and make some more money. So anybody that tells you there isn't any day trade opportunities in crypto, well, they don't know what they're doing. Simple as that. You know, so if you took that short, I mean, that's quite a big drop. When you think about it, that drop there, even if you took profit here, stop loss would have been just above that high. Yeah, yes, call it 0.5 stop loss. Okay, that's still a 3% move, 3%, nearly 4% move on a 5x leverage, 10x leverage. That's a big gain. Once you have got your BYDFI UID, you're just going to post the UID in this automatic bot that we do have running here on the Telegram channel. And on the Telegram channel, we do cover a lot of trade setups on a daily basis. People that are seasonal to order flow have special setups because those are done live with the use of our AI price and manipulation monitoring system. These are for your day traders and your scalpers. We do get a lot of accuracy in those trade setups. We also have advanced trade setups, which are high probability setups before the price happens. It includes weekends as well, weekend trading. We have real-time trade ideas as well, based on specifically order flow and depth of market. Those are for your day traders, your scalpers again. This and combined with the AI, it works really well. That's for the advanced traders, but for the newbies that don't have experience, the advanced trade setups work perfectly well. And then for the VIP members, we also have Zoom sessions where I teach order flow, teach various things. And if you want to be part of the VIP group, you must first be a premium member, and which is free. You only need to deposit $500 in your BYDFI account. Send me the UID. You already get that membership free. And if you want to expand that membership into the VIP group side of things, where we have Zoom calls, and I actually do personal TA on trading, TA and coins, etc, etc, etc. You can ask me anything and I can draw up a plan. We actually show the AI system working as well. Then you need to have VIP access to this, and the VIP access can be bought in the description of this video. Okay, in addition to this, I just been notified that BYDFI have their own trading signals channel group, which now my members can get access to as well. So let's have a quick look at that. So they have their own sort of group, which, and I have been looking at some of these setups, etc. So they actually give you supports and resistance, but they actually give you signals as well. So you have an announcement channel where you would get announcements on new projects, etc., and listings, which is pretty cool, pretty cool. And then you have some of their analysts and traders, because this is a proper exchange. This exchange knows. This is the only exchange that actually gives you setups, and I have been back testing these setups, and they are pretty good. I must admit, they are pretty good. To get access to this, you will need to deposit $500, and you get access to my group and this group. Send me a UID and we'll let you in. Yeah, thank you very much. And you can check this video out here. Learn how to spot trap traders and profit big. So watch this video and you will get a good insight into order flow. Also, we will be also expanding our products, especially in the AI side, onto WAP. So, and there's going to be a free course coming out as well. The link will be in the Friday's video coming out this Friday, so make sure you're subscribed. Yeah, this is a very good video coming out this Friday explaining that and showcasing that, and there's a free course as well. So the idea is really for you guys to become better traders. I have no interest in giving crappy signals, etc., you know, like some of the other people out there. We want good traders, you know, good trading volume, good traders. So yeah, check that out, and thank you for watching my content.